Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this quick tutorial, I'll show us how to quickly check out the previous branch we were on before the current branch that we are now. And what do I mean by this? Let me create a quick Git project. I'll call this previous branch and I'll initialize Git, and to ensure that I have the main branch, I'll just create a new file and I'll commit it. First commit. So now we have one branch which is main. So let's say I create three other branches. I'll call this develop, I'll call this tests, and I'll just call this anything. So now we have four branches. So let's say we go into the develop branch, we make some changes, we commit those changes, and then we go to the test branch, we make some changes, we commit those changes. If we want to go back to the develop branch, we'd have to do git checkout develop, right? But then let me show you a quicker way. You can use the minus symbol, and you can call this a dash, you can call this a hyphen. I'll just call it a minus for this tutorial. And when you do this, it goes to develop. And when you do this again, what branch were we on before we got to develop? We are in test. So if you do this again, you go back to test. And that's really all for the shortcut. But just to give further information, this minus symbol is an alias for this. So when you keep checking out branches in your Git project, it's like a stack where your branches are like stacked on each other. So when you do -1, you are going to the previous branch in that stack, and when you're doing -2, you are going to the second previous. So if you're using -2 here now, you would expect that it goes to test, because we were on test before we went on develop, and now we are on test again. So -2 will give us test. So what about -3? -3 will give us test again, because if you look at it backwards, we're on test, test, develop, test, right? But just like I said, the main shortcut, which is the main point of this tutorial, is the minus, which takes us back to test. So if you want to check out previous branches, you can easily use the minus. And this minus symbol is not just for checkouts, you can also use it to merge. You cannot use it for deleting, because delete would always require the branch name, but you can use it for merge. So let's say I go to the develop branch and I want to merge the test branch into the develop branch. Instead of doing a git merge test or doing a git rebase test, I can simply do a git rebase and minus, and that. So you can use rebase, you can use checkout. I'm not really sure of the full list, but I believe you've learned a new shortcut today.